Hey guys, coming back with another update, but before that, I want to just make sure I capture this fair use statement for everything presented in today's video. Okay, moving on. This update is kind of a part 2, if you will, or really just a follow-up, a quick follow-up to the video I released called Sedition Leads to Perdition. I released it, I want to say, yesterday. So, and this video was in regards to Barack Hussein Obama. This is the verse I was given for it. I didn't mention it in the video, but I wanted to highlight something that the Holy Spirit illuminated so it could stand out for me for better understanding, which was in Revelations 13:5. When it's saying, he was given a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and then power was given unto him to continue 42 months, to continue the 42 months or 3.5 years. And just sometimes it's just the simplest things we may not even notice. But this word continue, okay, that's key, because to continue means that you were already previously doing something. As for instance, if I was setting the table and then I took a break and then I continued to set the tables, an activity or something I was already previously doing. But then there's something that's a break in it, okay, that pauses it or discontinues it. But when you continue, you go back to doing what you had previously done. Okay, so continuing 42 months or to reign or rule for 42 months. I just wanted to highlight that. Because it doesn't say this person began their rule or reign for 42 months, or this person rose for 42 months, or this person came on the scene and was revealed and then the 42 months. It says continue. So this is a continuation of a previous situation, a previous person, and a previous rulership. So anyhow, I just wanted to point that out. What else? Oh, okay. So I released this yesterday, and then hours within me releasing this, and I haven't even been keeping up with the news for, I want to say, weeks and weeks. So honestly, I haven't even been paying attention to like the big stories or what the government's even doing. I've been too busy with ministry. And so right when I released this video, and you can go back and watch it, and I'll include it below in the description box. But right after I released it, within a couple hours later, probably not even that, it just so happened that the government did not make the 12 o'clock midnight deadline to finance the government to remain open. And so the federal government has officially been shut down. So I just find that very interesting, prophetic-wise, for me to release this video and the contents inside of it. And then all of a sudden, our government shuts down. Okay, and it's a coincidence that it happened literally on the 1-year anniversary of the Trump presidency beginning or being in office. Exactly 1 year later, on Trump's watch, on his presidency, then it gets shut down. And if you go back and watch my video, you understand why that's such a key connection. Okay, so there's a lot going on in the spiritual realm, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes. I also do want to clarify that I'm not saying that he's going to literally become back president. I really don't know if he is or not. I know that that is a lot of the planning of what they would like to do and what he would like to do. However, he's not God. So a lot of the time the enemy will have a strategy or a desire or a plan of how they want to execute an outcome, or exactly how they want to go about their plans. But that doesn't mean it always has to work out that way, because with prayer, with interceding, or with the Lord intervening or whatever, a lot of times their plans get foiled. That's why when a lot of things we think it's going to happen, then it turns out nothing happens, or it may just get postponed. So to be completely honest with you, I want to make it clear, I'm not saying he's going to become back the literal president. I do know just from what I've been shown that it is a very real possibility. I'm not going to lie to you. And I know that that's what they're planning to do, or have had plans to do. Whether that's going to work out, I can't say, thus saith the Lord 100%. It could also just be possible that that doesn't work out in that specific way, but that he still will rule and reign. I think I touched on this in the previous video, but if I didn't, it's not about titles, guys. It's not about just about an official title or position. Although it's very possible that that may happen, it's also a possibility it may not happen. And so what really matters is the power that that person yields, if they're able to influence people, and if people's hearts are dedicated to this person, and if people follow this person and worship this person in their leadership. Okay, so that's really at the heart of what this is about. And that can be done from an official seat, and it can be done from no seat or title at all. It's just a regular citizen. You can still yield all that power and do all those things and create a revolt, create a movement and an uprising, or have people follow you. Okay, so it's mainly about influence and what people consider this person to be, regardless whether he ends up regaining a specific title or not, is if people declare or consider this person to be in charge or ruling, and whether they follow and listen to him as their leader and king or not. So I just want to make sure I made that clear, because you have to be very responsible when it comes to prophecies. However, I will tell you, like I said, I have been shown that scene several times before. So we don't know exactly from what position or exactly how and where he's going to continue the 42 months. But we know it's going to continue as far as a great position of leadership, ruling the masses in the world. If you look through some of my previous videos, the ones that were in the description box, to all these other resources I included inside of these description boxes, you will see what I mean. That other countries and other citizens who aren't even American, people all over the world, still consider him the ruler of the world and the president and the leader of the world. So it's really about the hearts and the minds of people. So anyway, the reason why I came for this update was saying I thought it was interesting, and that this is just another block, another tier put on top of the original prophecy, which was originally, he's not done. And that was given almost a year ago. And then, since then, dozens and dozens and dozens of examples of that prophecy unfolding and coming to pass has happened. You will have to go look through everything to understand what I mean by that. So this update I gave yesterday was just another drop in the bucket of how it's unfolding, him having a bigger political role, okay? And so as far as today, I just wanted to share with you guys, this is what I shared yesterday, and it was for his midterm campaign plans. So he has new plans for this midterm campaign season, and it's to take a bigger political role. Okay? So to add on top of that, you have the government shutting down. So let's go to an article regarding that. And something stood out to me that the Holy Spirit allowed me to notice. So they're talking about the shutdown, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's pointing fingers at each other. Who's to blame? But look at this statement. So who is the public going to side with? And will the shutdown, however long it lasts, affect the 2018 midterms? Let's go back and look at that. Obama's midterm plans to take a bigger political role of leadership. And you will have to go back and look at this video and look at this article and everything else with it to really understand, just to understand the gravity and the weight behind what I'm sharing right now. So, midterm plans. And here we have the government shutting down. You have everything falling apart. Everyone's pointing the finger, who's to blame? And will this shutdown affect the 2018 midterms? Okay? So that just stood out to me. And who is the public going to side with? So already in the government, the shutdown, now this is trickling onto the people and the public, and they're asking through all of this chaos, because that's what's being done, chaos, who will the public side with? So it's creating a civil divide, which we already have, but this is just deepening the divide between